Alright guys, welcome back to another Sunday episode of Upcoming Sneakers. Of course, you know what we're doing here today? We're taking a look at some upcoming sneakers, some sneaker news, some leaks, some rumors, and today we've got an amazing episode. So if you'd like to join me here every single Sunday where we go through some of this news, if you'd like to stay updated, then please subscribe to the channel and drop a like on the video. But of course, before we get into all of the news, we gotta do a little release recap. What did you guys manage to grab this weekend? And I want to start off with a question. The Pata Air Max 1. Listen, some people in my review of this pair of sneakers were saying all boxes come like this. There is in fact no special box. So I want to ask you guys, with that Nike release that I believe was on the Friday, did you get the special box version or did you get a regular Nike box? I have seen regular Nike boxes, but I would be very interested to hear from you guys if you did get this box or the regular Nike one. Let me know down in the comments. Now, of course, the other big release that we had on Saturday was this crispy clean pair of Yeezy 700s, the wash orange. Did you manage to grab these? Now, I believe a decent amount of people did. Like we know, when it comes to Yeezys, there oftentimes is a decent amount of stock, so anybody who really wanted this pair should have been able to get one. Now, if you did take an L, I don't believe resale is too bad, and I do think it is a very solid colorway. And I believe that is pretty much it for the sneaker releases over the weekend. If you managed to get anything else that I didn't mention, please let me know down in the comments, but we need to get into the news because there is a ton of stuff to get into. We've got some confirmed Travis Scotts coming that we got to talk about, but let's just jump into it. Right, the first one I want to talk about is the 574 Yurt, the one with the whistle on the back. As you can see, this guy is blowing the whistle and there's a bunch of different colorways and it looks like a crazy sneaker, and I've seen some images online which make it look really cool, and I really want to get my hands on it. I believe as of right now these are dropping on the 22nd of October. I don't know whether these did release out in the US or not, but I do know that it is coming very soon. Now, there's a bunch of different colorways. Like I said, the gray one is my favorite, but it's just so interesting. It's got a freaking whistle on the back. It's so bizarre. I've never seen that before, so I'm definitely gonna try and get my hands on one of these colorways for sure. But yeah, as of right now, October the 22nd. Now, something a little bit more pressing, something we do need to talk about because it is happening tomorrow, and that is the Yeezy 380 release. Right, so we've got two colorways of the Yeezy 380 that are going to be releasing tomorrow. That is Monday the 18th of October. They are loaded up on the Confirmed app and a bunch of different retailers, so if you want to get on top of these two, then go for it. So the two colorways are this one right here, the darker Stone Salt, and then we also have the Pyrite. This is a kind of lighter version, a salt and pepper version if you like, and I would say that these are both very clean colorways. Now, personally, I'm a big fan of the 380. Do I think all colorways have slapped so far? No, I feel like they've kind of gone a crazier route with some of the colorways. However, these two, and I think the Calcite, the Aliens, the Alien Blues, they're all really solid. And if you haven't got a Yeezy 380 yet, honestly, it's one of the most comfortable pairs of sneakers. It's really good looking, and I think it's a great option. But yeah, two great colorways of the 380 releasing on Monday, but let's keep it moving. Right, listen, we got a bunch of Nike Dunk news, and I'm not gonna spend a lot of time because if we do, then every single week is literally just gonna be about Dunk. So I'm gonna ramble through three pairs that we're getting right around the corner, and then we're gonna keep it moving. So the first one is right here. This is a Dunk High, and they're calling this the olive green. Now, as of right now, it's looking like this may only come in GS sizes, so I'm not 100% sure. I would imagine that they did a full size run. That's why I wanted to mention it here. But again, we don't have a release date, so we're just gonna kind of put a pin in this. It is coming sometime soon in 2021. Right, this second Dunk High is a little bit more up my street. I kind of like this colorway quite a bit. This is the Gum colorway. This colorway just saw an Asia release on October the 9th, so we're expecting this one to come relatively soon. There's probably delays. We may even not see this until 2022. I'm not too sure, but I would imagine this is a full-time sneaker, so these are official images, and hopefully we get this sometime soon. Right, last one up for the Nike Dunk High is the University Red Dunk High. We have seen a bunch of different variations of the University Red color blocking on Dunk Lows and Dunk Highs, but we haven't seen this traditional kind of St. John's colorway on a Dunk High just yet. So of course the base layer being that white, that bright white, and then of course all of the overlays being the red. So this one apparently is coming very soon. Again, no exact month, but I would expect these pretty soon. All right, speaking of red, we've got something actually pretty insane. So you know, last week I was telling you guys about that brand new Yeezy 350, which potentially could be the Yeezy 350 V3. However, we are kind of going with the naming scheme of 350 V2 Compact. Well, guess what? We've got another colorway already, an all over red Yeezy 350 V2 called the Slate Red. So again, it has that kind of almost mid-cut design for the sock liner, and then of course a completely reworked upper for the knit material. This is going to be all over red, the first all over red Yeezy 350. So if that's something you're into, if that's something you've been waiting on, which I know guys, I've seen you guys in the comments talking about red 350s, so this is the one potentially that you want to get your hands on. Now, even though apparently they're not going to be calling this the V3, it's pretty much a V3. Let's be honest, this is the biggest change to a Yeezy 350 that we've seen since the original V1 to V2. There's definitely a lot of changes, including the way that the laces move in and out of the knit, of course the new mid-cut design, and just generally the whole knit structure is going to be completely different. So I believe we can pretty much say this is pretty much a V3. Either way, if you're after this one, apparently it is coming in February of 2022. Right, so this story is something I thought was pretty interesting. So I'm over here on Yeezy Mafia, and he gives us a look at a prototype of the Yeezy 700 Wave Runner. Now, I really don't know where this prototype or this sample picture has been hanging out for so long, because I don't know why we're only just seeing this now, but I did think it was very interesting. They actually have images of this sample, which I believe is very early because it differs quite a lot from the actual release pair. Now, in terms of the colors, it's all pretty much the same. It's less wavy and just a little bit more blocky. I don't particularly prefer this one at all, but it's very interesting to see how they kind of came to the actual retail version of the 700 V1. So this picture right here shows on top the prototype, and then at the bottom the actual retail pair of the Wave Runner. Now, again, I prefer that bottom picture of the retail version that we eventually got, and I'm happy that they came to that conclusion of releasing the bottom pair, but definitely love to know your thoughts on this top pair of the Wave Runner. What if it released as this prototype? Would you prefer it, or do you like the retail version? Right, a little release reminder of this upcoming weekend, which I know a lot of you guys are going to be excited for, is this brand new Yeezy 350, right? We haven't got to the compact version yet. It's not that big of a change. This is a much smaller change, but a change nevertheless. So this is the Yeezy 350 V2 MX Oat with the swirly mixture effect going on with the knit. It still has the pull tab, it still has the semi-translucent stripe going over the top, and for the most part it's a regular Yeezy 350 V2 that we've seen over and over again this year. However, I think it's a pretty cool colorway. Now again, I'm gonna have to wait until I get this one in hand, but here are some official images, and I did just want to remind you of the release date, which is happening on Saturday. Saturday being October the 23rd, so I assume after this Yeezy 380 release that happens on Monday, probably Tuesday, bunch of different raffles will be loaded up. So if you want to grab this one, enter as many as you'd like. I don't believe these are going to be too hard to get your hands on. I believe it would be like any other Yeezy 350 release. However, I don't know, they've changed up the knit, so maybe they'll change up the stock numbers. We got some first looks at a new Jordan 1. This is called the Brotherhood Jordan 1 for Michael Jordan's fraternity, and yeah, it's a pretty wild colorway, I gotta say, but it's actually pretty dope. Like, I'm sure Lakers fans are gonna like this one, even though it's not an exact match. So pretty much the upper is a mix of this, I would say, almost Bordeaux color. It looks a little bit more of a purple than the Bordeaux being so much of a red. It's got white for the medial and lateral and the tongue, and then round towards the back and the toe box you get that yellow color. This is apparently going to be dropping in February of 2022. So again, it's further into the future, so we're not going to spend too much time, but I definitely wanted to show you guys how these look. Right, just wanted to throw in a really solid colorway of the Air Force One for you guys. So you're getting like almost a light blue paisley print for the Nike swoosh and the back tab. They keep it super simple. They know that the demand for all white Air Force Ones is through the roof. So this is official images of the paisley worn blue Air Force One, and it is coming very, very soon. So I don't believe this is going to be a super hyped release, or I don't believe that the materials are going to be anything insane. It's not a collaboration, so this is probably just going to be a regular Nike app release. These are official images, so I would expect this within the next coming weeks. It's very clean. If you want something for summertime next year, this is a really solid option. Travis Scott, right? This isn't the big news that I have for you today, but it is a release date nevertheless. So the Air Max 1 that we've been talking about for the longest time, the Travis Scott Air Max 1, we finally got a release date on this crazy looking pair of sneakers. I don't know how I feel about this one. Again, I mean, I don't know. It's not too bad. This colorway is definitely pretty cool. We've seen a bunch of different colorways floating around. I think the colors are really nice. The new material is really nice as well. I like how there's a lot of differences to a regular Air Max 1. He changed up quite a bit while also keeping, you know, the same original look to the pair of sneakers. Now, December the 1st is when we apparently are going to be getting this Baroque brown colorway, which would make a lot of sense. Now, don't forget, guys, we are supposed to be getting a bunch of other colorways as well, including this one right here, which is actually, I might even prefer this colorway. It is not bad at all. A lot lighter and darker tones of gray, and then maybe a very light blue or teal. This one looks pretty cool. This yellow one is probably a pass for me. What else have we got? And then just kind of rendered images. So yeah, as of right now, the Baroque brown is going to be dropping on December the 1st. All right, so something we've been talking about for a while, right? We've just had the whole Fragment Jordan 1 Low fiasco, and I guess the highs as well. People are super hyped up about that one. Well, guess what, guys? I got some good news. If you took an L on that, or maybe you're just looking for a new Travis Scott, we've pretty much got confirmed another pair of lows, and it is this one right here, the reverse mocha, I guess we're calling this one. We saw Stormy, Travis Scott's kid, wearing this a while back, and apparently we're actually going to be getting this, and it's called the reverse mocha in 2022. So there's a bunch of different sources all confirming that this pair of sneakers is going to be dropping in 2022. Now, we've also heard that there's going to be another Jordan 1 Low. However, we haven't really had any idea of where that one is coming, but I got you guys, because Travis Scott did give us some more information on that. Travis Scott posted on Instagram another colorway of a Jordan 1 Low, him rocking this kind of gray and white colorway, all just kind of preluding to the hype of the low model building, maybe up to the high level. I don't really know, maybe the highs are dropping down in terms of hype. This colorway right here looks to be a gray and white, which I really like, especially if that gray is a really interesting material like a nappy suede or something like that. I will probably prefer this to the reverse mocha. So as of right now, we have confirmed the reverse mocha, which will be dropping in 2022, and there's talks of a second colorway that should be confirmed coming as well. Is it this gray version? We're not 100% sure. All we have are the images of Travis Scott wearing it and then a bunch of rendered images, but these could be the potential two colorways that end up dropping in 2022. So I kind of want to leave this story with a question to you guys. Jordan 1 highs or Jordan 1 lows? Now, probably last year that question would have been easy answer for a lot of people. However, now I feel like some people might be taking the lows over the highs. So let me know, are you someone who likes highs, or are you down with the lows? Let me know down in the comment section, but let's keep it moving. Right, listen, if you thought we were done with the crazy sneaker releases for holiday season, you're wrong, because don't forget, we have the Beluga Yeezy 350 V2, the reflective version that is going to be dropping this December. Right, now I know we've spoke about this pair of sneakers before, and I'm sure you guys are well aware and getting ready for this release, but we do have some early in-hand images, and take a look at them. This is pretty much the Beluga, but it does have some reflective elements throughout. This is going to be kind of like the Bread 350 release, super hyped up. It's a sneaker that a lot of people didn't manage to get, including myself, and are definitely going to be going for it. There is a decent amount of reflective. I know reflective 350s are pretty popular, or just reflective Yeezys in general, or they have been in the past, and I think this colorway is going to do super well. I mean, it's just such a nice colorway. It just really shows off the design of the 350 pretty perfectly. The gray and the orange goes together like just perfectly. So I'm definitely going to be after this. Apparently there's a decent amount of stock on these, or there's going to be a decent amount of stock. Historically speaking, when it comes to restocks of the 350, it has been a decent amount. Okay, so we've got a pretty interesting one kind of coming back up from the past. The off-white 50 dunks, right? The 50 different versions of a gray pair of dunk. The gray point between black and white, or whatever Virgil said about that. Either way, we've got some information which I just thought was interesting, and I thought I'd like to share it with you guys. So this account is just basically giving us some information on some reports that have been done by Brandon Dunn on Instagram. I believe he's the guy who works for Complex. Now, according to the new report, there were 500,000 pairs released worldwide. I mean, that would be pretty crazy. I can't really say whether that was true or not. I know a lot of people did hit, so I wouldn't be too surprised, but at the same time, 500,000 is a lot. Now, this was all through Sneakers exclusive access. Remember, that was pretty much the only place that these things released. There was no retail release. There was no other place to get these from unless you got a notification from your Nike Sneakers app. And there was the whole kind of interview with the CEO of Nike, and he essentially said this is part of the brand's redefining scarcity, basically maintaining an aura of rarity around a product while still fulfilling a meaning amount of demand. So the fact that they were able to keep that rarity around the different colorways and I guess the prices, and of course making some exclusive to certain regions, is how Nike kind of kept it a scarce product. So they keep that hype machine churning while also, you know, making sure that they sell a lot of pairs and get a decent amount of money from this release. So when any company tells you that they're usually doing you a favor, it's kind of doing them a favor. So they're trying to make as much money from this as possible. What else are we going to expect from a company? CEO John Donahoe also stated that 90% of the exclusive access invites went to Sneakers accounts that had lost out on prior Off-White collaborations. I'm not too sure if that's 100% true. I don't think we'll ever be able to verify that. I never hit on an Off-White ever before, but I did manage to get a pair of these dunks. So I guess it's true for me. If it was true for you, let me know down in the comment section. I think it's just all interesting how, you know, Nike found a way to kind of slip through the cracks. They want to make more money off of releasing more pairs of sneakers, but they also don't want to lose that hype machine that often kind of brings traction towards the next releases, and they found a perfect way of doing it. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on this one. Now, we've got one more story to get into, guys. My final story for today, and this one is pretty hilarious. Who here has seen the Squid Game show on Netflix? I shouldn't call it a show. Who has seen the Squid Game series over on Netflix? But if you did see it, remember what a lot of the participants were wearing. It was white Vans. Now, something that's really interesting that happened with the popularity of the Squid Game program was the sales of the Vans white slip-on went up by 7,800%. So people are literally buying these all-white slip-on pairs of Vans because that was what was worn in the Squid Game program. 7,800% the sales went up. These things are flying. Halloween is right around the corner, so you're probably going to see a lot of people dressing up as either the participants or the people that run. I don't want to give any spoilers, but there's going to be a lot of Squid Game Halloween costumes is what I'm trying to say. I haven't actually checked the resale price, which I think would be pretty interesting. Maybe you should go and see what they're going for on StockX. Maybe they're reselling for a lot of money, but I just thought this was freaking hilarious. People are really out here buying probably a lot of pairs of the white slip-on Vans. They're a super cheap pair of sneakers, so I don't think that they should be reselling, but I don't know. I might just go and check that in a second. But yeah, that pretty much wraps it up for today's news. I thought I'd end it off with that hilarious story. If you're new to the channel, if you're new to the Sunday episodes, please consider subscribing. Join us here, just hanging out every single Sunday. Thank you so much for hanging out. Of course, thank you for liking, commenting, and of course, subscribing. I'll catch you guys in the next one. But until then.